In today's Legal on 4, are there ways to protect yourself from lawsuits? Overall, there are precautions people can take to protect themselves and their money. Our legal contributor, Craig Wisdom, joins us now and tell us what you can and can't do.
Well, there's a lot of myths out there about things that people try to do, and sometimes we're all worried about being scared. Even lawyers are worried about being sued from other attorneys.
Even
Absolutely.
lawyers?
Even lawyers. Because we know what we can do to each other. So, a lot of times people are concerned, and they're concerned whether I've done something wrong or whether someone's just going to accuse me something of wrong, whether I'm a builder or a doctor or just, a car accident. Is there something I can do generally to protect the things that I've spent my life building? And there are some things you can do, but there aren't really easy answers. There's not a magic wand you can wave and just, protect the things that you own so that if you get sued, people can't get them. One thing that sometimes that you can't do, people sometimes think, gee, if I'm in a car accident, I think someone's going to sue me. Can I run home and sign my house over to my spouse, or can I give my account away to my kids and will it be protected? And that doesn't work.
Okay.
Legally you can gift your assets away if you want, but if you've already done something that might be the subject of a lawsuit and it's proven, that's called a fraudulent conveyance. It's too late once you've done something. So
it's best not to commit fraud.
Exactly. And while you can give things away if you want to protect those things from things you might do in the future, most people don't want to give away all their assets.
Right.
Additionally, as an estate planner, we set up revocable trusts for people as part of their estate plan, and those are great. They have a lot of benefits. But when you put your own money into a revocable trust, it doesn't protect you if you get sued. It's still money. It's still your money. The courts know that. The law knows that. So that it has a lot of benefits, but that's not one of them. And so those are, some of the things out there that you really can't do to protect yourself.
Okay, so what about getting to what we can do then? Well,
one of the things that's not necessarily a gimmick or not necessarily that sexy, though, is good insurance. Whether you're driving a car, you're owning a home with all the possible liabilities that come with that, from dog bites to slip and falls, to if you're a professional, having appropriate malpractice insurance, having good insurance. Thinking about an umbrella policy, if you have plenty of coverage, generally that's what people are going to go after, not your own property, your own personal assets.
So really you're saying if you're proactive, then you can sort of ward off a lot of these things.
Exactly. There's not something magic you can do, but you can take steps to reduce the chance that your stuff's going to be gone after. Another thing, this isn't something you really have control over, but in terms of what people do for you and what you do for future generations as part of your estate planning, if you give money to someone or leave it for them as an inheritance, you can structure it so that it's left in trust for them rather than outright, and then later on down the road that's going to be protected if people get sued. So that's very important. And then finally, if you have some sort of a business, whether it's a rental or any other a profession you engage in, you can look at whether a limited liability company, a corporation, can sometimes preserve your assets if you get sued for something that has to do with that business. So that's another layer of protection.
So much to think about.
So much to think about. Normally you need to check with your lawyer, but there aren't necessarily the easy outs that some people think of, so sometimes you have to just look at the things you can work to keep yourself safe.
Never as easy, is
No.
it? All right, thank you, Craig. A singer